supposed to be the way, but my horse spooked and threw me off. I kept on the path, but this seems unfamiliar.
A good sirrah, I do not wish to alarm thee, but thou hast arrived here by the magic of the fairy wood.
Fairy wood! I have already had my fill of fairy creatures and magic. A fearsome creature has already placed an unbearable burden on my shoulders. Art thou in league with him? Hast thou come to lead me to the Green Knight?
We don't know anything that you are talking of, but Lady Viola, please fetch our guest some water. He looks like he is in need of some kindness, and then we can get round to proper introduction.
Thank thee. My lady. I'm terribly sorry. Several days' ride and a sudden change of scenery has stripped my senses and manners from me. I am Sir Gawain, Knight of the Round Table, on a quest of the utmost importance to King Arthur.
Has not Sir Gawain visited us before?
I have not been here before. Certainly I should remember such hospitality.
I assure thee, Sir Gawain, thou hast been here with us before. However, when thou didst leave at the end of the day, the woods surrounding us did remove any memory of it. But what urgent quest has King Arthur sent thee on that would bring thee back to Crossburn?
That is a long story.
Gawain! Nephew! Why, we were just walking through the forest outside of Camelot for some fresh air. Hast thou returned? Hast thou fulfilled thine oath thou madest a year ago?
Your Majesty, I was just headed to the Green Chapel when I was transported here against my own will. Forgive me. I will go right
I found him, Beatrice! I found him! Ah, he's a horse shorter, but here he is. We saw thee approaching our keep through the forest, and thou wast not very far at all, but we could not find thee when we arrived.
Thou and thy horse looked exhausted, yet here you are. Horses? Thine exhaustion was too much to bear.
There are entirely too many people upon my stage now. Perhaps some introductions are in order before we continue.
Well, of course, your grace. Sir Galahad, introduce us. Gentles all! It is my duty to introduce to ye the man who pulled the sword from the stone. King of all England and Wales, Arthur Pendragon! And at his side, the rose among the thorns, Guinevere, Queen of England and Wales! And with me are some of the knights of the Round Table.
I am Sir Balon, the Sable-Boar.
And I am Sir Balin, the Azure-Boar. We punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
I'm Sir Tristan, the Lion, and I uphold justice.
And I am Sir Galahad, the Pure. And I am, what was it?
He's the pretty one.
Reynard, if thou wouldst be so kind, do introduce us.
Gentles all, from the deep woods of Loch Nesseth, I present to ye a man who can hunt any beast on land or fowl in air, Lord Bertilac! A woman's hospitality is as gracious as her demeanor, Lady Beatrice. Their niece, whose hand is as skilled in healing as in grace, Princess Isolde of Ireland. The lady...
And I am Ortea, woman-at-arms! I protect Lord Bertilac with the prowess impossible for my foes to bear.
And I am Reynard, advisor to the Lord and Lady.
And of course, we have already met the wonderfully behatched Sir Gawain.
I do like that.
Pardon.
Our hosts wish to hear of thy challenge against the Green Knight, my boy.
Yes, of course. Heroic exploits. It was New Year's Eve. fires were warmed, the meat tender. We feasted in Camelot that night. The music played, the drinks flowed. Then, a knight in naught but green armor burst through the door on a massive horse. He looked like the forest incarnate. His armor prickly like holly bushes.
He carried a huge double-headed axe on his shoulders, ready to challenge anyone that stood in his path.
That horse he was on, chestnut brown, such a beauty, bigger than any I had seen before. He looked fierce enough to fight any one of us one-on-one that night. I thought he was one of the Fae folk the moment I saw that fierceness.
Belon, thou was shaking so much we would have heard thine armor rattle if thou was wearing any. As if thine armor would be any quieter. That knight was huge, practically a giant.
Whoever he was dreadful, barging in on a feast with such violence.
He spouted
Uncle!
May I continue?
Of course, nephew, my apologies. 'Tis thy bold quest after all.
No one expects someone so well armed to burst through the doors during a feast on a horse. But he glared across the table at all of us, called us cowards, meek, inexperienced in true knighthood. He said that chivalry is dead and Camelot killed it. There was not a knight there that kept calm. 'Twas then that he challenged us to a game. A blow for a blow. He offered his ox, and whatever blow one of us dealt, he would deliver a year and a day later.
Bloodshed and a feast?
Yes, Your Grace. We're not back down from it.
This Green Knight fellow seems frightfully rude. Clearly he is not accustomed to human rudeness.
King Arthur tried to dissuade the Green Knight, but he remained brash. He called us meek, false knights, hangers-on in broken armor.
The man would not listen to reason, but he was a visiting knight. And violence like that is best left to the tournament field.
There was no stopping it. The Green Knight would not leave until our metal had been tested, and his insults would not stop until he received the blow he desired. So I picked up the axe. He knelt, laughed, and offered his neck as though I could not deliver a strong enough blow otherwise. For the insult, I removed the knight's head.
I can still hear it smacking the floor. The head rolled so much.
The knight's body did not drop. His head rolled under the table to Her Majesty's feet.
I could not see his eyes, but I was staring at me.
That must have nearly frightened Her Majesty to death.
It very nearly did.
The knight stood up, retrieved his head, and said only that I was to arrive at the Green Chapel a year and a day later to receive my blow.
Wait. Why did thou strike such a grievous blow? Surely a cut to the arm or leg would have sufficed for this challenge.
The Green Knight spat on His Majesty's diplomacy. No one else was willing to stand up for him that night. I intended my actions to silence him. But now I must face the Green Knight.
Sir Gawain, we wish thou didst not have to follow such a path.
Why go to the Green Chapel if it be dead?
Sir Gawain made his oath when he swung the axe. He must keep it to show chivalry still lives. Your Majesty, allow me to accompany Gawain at least, and thy nephew need not take the journey alone.
Aye, surely there can be no harm in this. Do not make your nephew face his final days alone.
No, he made his oath alone. Now he must finish what he started. I do not wish to risk another brave and noble knight, for who could stand there and watch as his brother meet his uncle?
God! Yo, check the perimeter!
Your
Or
Majesty,
stand there, that's fine too.
we have an intruder.
What?
Oh! This is the Green Knight's shield!
He's here! Now! I was supposed to face him at the Green Chapel, not here!
Where is that charlatan Fay? If he seeks to strike his blow early, he shall receive many more for breaking his bond.
Your Majesty! Your Grace, if I may.
You may.
Young woman, we saw saw thee approaching our keep through the forest when thou didst disappear. Your gracious grace, you did say that people are transported here. When, pray tell, are they transported back home?
Everyone asks that when they arrive here, but anyone that the forest sends is returned at the end of the day.
Though it is interesting, how didst thou know that they would be returning at the end of the day?
Your grace, 'tis only reasonable. Why have fairy magic send us here if it could not or would not send us home?
Regardless of when we return matters not. The Green Knight has already sent us aside. Who would want to lose such a noble knight this day?
Of course, my darling. Your grace, perhaps you could shelter Sir Gawain at Arnick Castle.
But how didst thou know that... I mean, aye, we could. However, at the end of the day, the fairy magic would simply return him home.
And then we could see him safely back to Camelot.
And I could avoid the Green Knight.
Enough! Sir Gawain must face the Green Knight, and he must face him alone. If he were to hide, he would break his oath. The Green Knight would be right to say that chivalry is dead and Camelot destroyed it.
Yes, Your Majesty. I cannot break my oath.
Your Majesty, surely you would not wish to lose one of your boldest knights so needlessly.
We could send him back as good as new. Perhaps even better than new.
We cannot let the Green Knight win. As much as it pains all of us, Sir Gawain must keep his oath to prove Camelot's honor.
Blood shed without reason does more to tarnish Camelot than allowing him to live.
This cheek certainly looks better, warm and blushing.
Enough! Thou art arguing over a decision that is not thine to make.
Yeah.
Gawain, what say thee?
I wish to...
This is a difficult decision, so perhaps we should turn to fate and chance to guide us. Might I propose a challenge?
Oh, no. Let me guess. You want to have a human chess match.
A human chess match!
Oh, yes, I'm so thrilled that I had that idea.
If thou wouldst propose a match, what would the wager be?
Simple. If Sir Gawain cannot decide whether to stay with us or meet this Green Knight as his oath demands, then Arthur and I shall have a match to decide. I'm certain that the game will lead us to the proper course of action. What say thee, Arthur?
A trial by combat. 'Tis a fitting challenge, and fate can decide the answer.
I'm certain that fate will do exactly that. Are these terms agreeable, Your Grace?
Well, I believe as it is Gawain's neck that is quite literally on the line, we should ask him how it stands with him.
Yes, Your Grace. The terms are agreeable.
Then Gawain, since this is thy fight for thy fight, fight on my side as the king.
But Your Majesty, if I am to fight as the king, what peace will be thine?
I shall serve as your queen.
Really, Your Majesty, you intend to endanger yourself the most on the board.
To protect my nephew, of course. While Sir Gawain must face his consequences with the Green Knight, I will do all I can to ensure that he can face him with honor and dignity.
Excellent. It appears then the match is set, my good people. Return here at 2:15 to witness this contest of strategy and strength.
And lest we forget, at 12:30 there is to be a tournament show where you can see those two that you met before fight it out with strength and skill.
Until then, my good people, I do wish to begin with my most favorite of decrees. Today I wish you all to do naught but eat, drink, shop, revel, and make merry in this, my newest favorite shire of New Crossford.